Let's return now to our top story and turn back to the bushfire situation in New South Wales. Joining us live is the New South Wales RFS Deputy Commissioner, Peter McKechnie. Deputy Commissioner, really appreciate your time. Thank you. Can you just explain for us which fires are causing you most concern at the moment? Where are you focusing most of your resources today?
Yeah, look, good afternoon. Look, we still have 65 bush and grass fires across the state. 11 of them are uncontained. Look, we've seen some more activity today up in the Hunter Valley area, particularly up in the Dungog local government area. We've had a number of fires up there that have become much more active and are starting to move given these hot conditions today, some strong northwesterly winds. So, look, there is fire activity elsewhere, but certainly up in that Hunter Valley area is becoming a real focus.
So of those 60 plus fires being battled today, what's the main cause of the fires? I know often these are subject to investigations down the track, but do you have a sense of how most of them are starting?
Look, we don't. We're still investigating causes. We do know that some of them are from where people have been doing private burns, and we've seen some escapes, because these well hotter than average conditions, we've seen this fifth day of these temperatures right across the state, particularly in areas around the Hunter, Sydney, down on the south coast. So it's been quite challenging. But look, we'll investigate those fires over coming days and be able to follow up and know exactly what's caused them.
Peter, as you know, 21 schools were closed yesterday, not because, as I understand it, they were in the path of a bushfire underway, but because of the risks that those students would face if a fire had started in their school area. Should parents expect that they may need to keep their kids home from school again due to these high bushfire risk conditions over the coming months? Or do you think that the conditions we saw yesterday is a pretty rare, pretty isolated scenario?
Look, those conditions that we saw on the far south coast yesterday, they're not everyday conditions. But given the forecast we have for these, summer, the Bureau has told us El Nino's now there. We have this forecast for hotter than average, drier than average conditions right through summer. So those days are likely to occur again. So it's a conversation parents need to have with their local school, know what their triggers are. It is a risk assessment the Department of Education's been able to do. And as you say, it's not necessarily that they're in the path of the fire, but it's about where the school's located. What is the fire danger on the day? What's the likelihood of fires starting? So I think for parents, my advice would be speak to the school, be informed.
And so has there been any modelling done or estimates actually done in terms of how many days a kid at one of these schools in these high bushfire risk zones might have to miss? Is that something that you're looking at? I'm sure parents would be pretty keen to know just how regular this might be.
No, look, that detail of what the weather will be on any given day, which drives those fire danger ratings, just isn't something that we're easily able to do. And I don't think to be fair, the Education Department can either in regard to knowing those exact number of days. But the modelling they have done around what level of fire danger can they accept with the risk to those schools, that's something that certainly parents can talk to the schools about. But look, I think what we need to focus on is we are going to see days of heightened fire danger. We are going to see days that get into that extreme level. And part of being ready as a community and agencies is knowing what we're going to do when those higher fire dangers are there.
Peter, it does seem early to be talking about bushfires. Is it fair to say that the bushfire season is now underway? We've all obviously been watching in recent months those devastating fires overseas. Just how rough are you expecting the summer is going to be here at home?
No, look, we saw dreadful fires in Canada. We've seen the conditions that they faced in Europe, in Hawaii, and certainly our bushfire season has started here in New South Wales. In the north of the state, many of our local government areas have already introduced their bushfire danger period. Come 1 October, the majority of the state will then move into that same era where we're saying that you then need a permit if you want to be able to have a fire, and people need to be very aware of what's happening around them. They need to be taking actions now to prepare their home, prepare themselves, prepare their family. Download hazards near me, but as you say, I think it's fair enough to say the bushfire season is now with us. The challenges will just grow from here.
RFS Deputy Commissioner Peter McKechnie, really appreciate you making the time for us. Thanks so much.
Thank you.